Ryan with Midstock Geek here, and in this video, I'm at the house, the homestead, and we're in cleaning mode because we're getting moved in. About 10 days from now is going to be the move-in date, the second to last weekend in August 24. And let's show you one of the old sheds, what we're doing. So this is an old shed that is next to the house. There's the house here. There's a shed here. And this shed is very, very, very old. So starting here, it's enclosed on all four corners. And over here, it's actually open. It's got this lean-to here that is in the process of falling down. But it's actually, the plan has been to demolish this, but it is actually pretty useful. So thinking about fixing this, and then I'll show you the inside here. Got a Black Hawk helicopter flying by here. So yeah, it's pretty rough. And I don't even know how old this shed is. I'm guessing 50 or 60 years old, maybe longer. I don't really know. I'm guessing it was built when the house was moved here, which could be anywhere from the 1940s, 1950s. So here's the shed. Clearly it's seen better days. And when we go inside, you can see daylight everywhere. So this shed is going to get lined with plastic, at least around the edges. And we've been cleaning it out. My young friend Micah is helping me. My buddy Shannon's been helping me. Because I've actually been having some serious health issues, so I need the help, and I probably need the help anyway. But there's this old workbench here that's full of garbage we haven't even gotten to yet. This was just chock full of stuff. There was like old water skis, an old table. In fact, I'll show you. There's some of this stuff's actually pretty cool. Let me show you the rest of the shed here. So there's that, and all this old stuff here. It's interesting is the old electrical box. There was power to this at some point, and there's glass fuses, so that's not cool. Will I run power to this again? Probably not, but if I do, it'll be temporary with a long extension cord. Speaking of extension cords, this super long extension cord would be perfect for running this to the house if it weren't for the fact, it is 3-conductor. It's 3-conductor. Okay, so that changes things. Actually, that connector is 3-conductor, but I thought I saw the other side was only 2. Yeah. This is only 2-conductor. So I don't know if this is 2-conductor wire or if this is just a 2-conductor connector. So what does it say on here? Sorry. I can't really tell what that says. Perhaps I'll take a screwdriver to it here in a few minutes and pull it. But there's a bunch of gardening stuff, a bunch of plumbing stuff, and more plumbing stuff. And that is the electrical box, I believe, for the section of the property over there where an RV can be hooked up. And then, or a trailer. And then there's this really cool old metal folding table that was in a box, probably brand new. So that was really great. And there were a ton of Black Widows in here previously, but a friend, I met a gal at the local Lowe's who offered to come out and spray it for me at no charge. And she did. And it worked out really well. This place is pretty full of bugs. So, then it also found this guy right here, which is for a chimney. My buddy's holding the camera here, and I'm just gonna see if this is 3-conductor or 2-conductor, because if it's 3-conductor, I can actually use this to run power to this shed. So, I know there's only 2 conductors on this connector, but that says nothing of the wire itself. Probably be quicker to just get my pocket knife and cut it, but I'm stubborn. It might not even be safe to do it, because if this is like paper insulated, the paper might be completely shot. find out. Come on. This is why flat head screws are the worst ever. And I hate them. This thing's probably so old. Back when there were electrical codes for this thing, they were probably in Morse code. Electrical Morse code. Yeah, instead of just electrical code. Yeah, my friend's laughing, but he's not laughing. He's laughing because it's stupid, not because it's funny. This is the only reason you laugh at any of my jokes, right? Yeah. He's trying not to talk. He doesn't want his likeness on the internet. But nobody likes him anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, so yeah, that's just not working. Trying to push this through. And I can see it kind of looks like paper insulation there. Although I don't know if paper is ever used as an insulation, this kind of wire. I don't know. But it's so old, it's like fused together. Yep, out comes the pocket knife. And then we watch Ryan slice his finger off. What?
Set it on the table and then cut it.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm trying to cut the sheath off. That probably would be easier though. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is. Let's see. That's twine. That's twine. And that is two conductor. And yeah, that's not getting used for anything. All right, so it's actually a couple days later now. It's been, we just ran out of time. Had to just get a lot of work done the other night, and we did get a lot done. So this shed behind me that I showed you is cleaned out. There's a few things still left in it, but nothing big. There's actually a fair bit of things to keep from it, and I showed you a couple of those, but there's a bunch of plumbing fittings and PVC fittings. They're actually worth some money. Some gardening stuff, and even an old Toyota toolkit wrapper, or not wrapper, but tool wrap thing that Toyota used to put in their old cars. We're talking in the 70s, maybe the 80s. So I'm going to check that out at a later date. But today I'm moving in stuff in here, and let me show you the shed. And before I show you the shed, here's a picture of what it looked like before we started. And then somebody else cleaned some of this stuff out, but you'll see what it looked like. And here's what it looks like now. And of course you can see daylight through kind of everything, which is not great. Got a lantern, battery lantern up there because there's no lighting in here. So that's also not great. There was a bunch of dirt here. I'm guessing a critter came in down there. It looks like this may have been a window at some point, or yeah, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, that looks like that may have been a window at some point, for sure. That's interesting because you can see it's boarded there. I wonder if that comes down. Kind of cool. Yeah, that's pretty firmly on there. I'm not going to mess with it. This place is pretty rickety as it is. I mean really rickety. There used to be electrical in here, but that's like from the 40s or 50s, maybe 60s. It's very, very old. So we're not going to be running electrical in here. You can see that beam's cracking pretty good. There's no big structural beams in here. This is all leaning pretty hard this way. So this is going to be torn down, and I'm thinking a 20-foot shipping container is going to take its place. Whether it takes the same place in the property or not, I don't know. But anyway, so today I threw a bunch of stuff at the back of my Suburban, all that junk over there, and put a bunch of stuff in the house, but also have a bunch of stuff to put in the shed. I'm not going to make you watch all that. It's pretty boring. But thanks for following along on this. Oh, last time I said we haven't gone inside yet. Let me take you inside and show you what's going on. All right, so here's the house. There's a mud room here. You can see I've already put up some shelving there. That's where the dryer goes, and I'm hoping the dryer actually fits. It should be just right. I know this washer would fit, and it's the same size as my washer at home. So I'm hoping the dryer I have at home also fits right there. And then we've got this old kitchen. You can see one of my planes from previous experiments that I brought over here. And these cabinets are pretty rad. Youngstown Kitchens. If you Google that, they made these between the 1930s and 1960s, and they're metal and plastic and glass. In fact, this one here has glass lighting underneath, it, and glass to light up. So that's pretty cool. And then here's the main room, the living room, I guess, and a giant heater over there. And then there's like a second living room, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's bowed, like from there to there, because that's how this house is. And then you have this weird closet / storage / whatever, and the main bedroom. And that's getting new flooring on Monday. And then the main bedroom from there goes into the second bedroom, which is this. And this is all also getting flooring on Monday. And then this is gonna be my office. And instead of fixing all these walls, because this house is literally not worth fixing. It doesn't have good bones at all. So I've had several people look at it and go, yeah, nope, this is gonna have to go eventually. And it will. There's also some roof issues and stuff. You can see there's some drywall tape hanging, and it's been damaged before. It's not leaking now, but it has leaked. So I'm just gonna tear this down, and just may as well do it now. Yep, that wasn't great, but whatever. At least we won't be falling on me later. And then I'm not gonna bother with the wallpaper in here. Actually, I think this is paint. I think that's paint coming off. Fairly certain, but I'm not gonna bother with it. I don't want to spend the time on it, because everything in here is going to be covered with, in both rooms actually, is going to be covered with like tapestries and things like that. So I'm probably not going to do any more work on this wallpaper either, because it's all going to get covered with things that can come down. There's my internet. So yeah, the place is old, and it's going to have to come down at some point, and we're going to put another house on the property, because this is just kind of on the verge of being in shambles. So that's it for this video. I gotta get back to work and put stuff in the shed. We're gonna try to fire up an air compressor here and not a nail gun, but a staple gun, and then line the inside of that shed to make it a little bit more airtight before I start loading stuff into it. So if there's anything interesting that happens in that, I'll let you know. But otherwise, this will be the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. It does help, but I really don't care if you like or subscribe. I'm doing this for me and for those who care. All right, have a good one. Take care. All right, so it's getting dark tonight, and it's hard to see, but got some of my belongings in here, and I've got a little lantern going here. I need to turn that off. So used a staple gun and stapled some plastic here, and this is the direction the wind blows. It's toward the plastic, so hopefully it's going to trap the dirt, at least between the plastic and the wood, so it gets less dusty in here. But this is not a great structure, so I'm not really expecting a lot, but I need this structure right now because this is my only storage. And like I say, it's not great, but it's surprisingly roomy. There's actually plenty of room for things in here. And so I'm glad for that. So Anyway, thanks again for watching. We'll see you later.